Skinwalker Ranch, situated in northeastern Utah, holds a history of curses dating back to conflicts between the Navajo and Utes tribes. The Navajo allegedly cursed the land due to past injustices. In 1994, Terry and Gwen Sherman purchased the ranch, despite its neglected state and eerie reputation. They overlooked strange features like excessive security measures, attributing them to the property's isolation. However, the ranch's history and unusual behaviors in predatory animals sparked their curiosity and led to further investigation into its mysterious past. On the day Terry and Gwen moved to Skinwalker Ranch, they are joined by family members to help unload trucks. As they work, they notice a large wolf approaching from a nearby tree line. Despite its size, the wolf doesn't appear threatening, and Terry's family remains calm. Even Terry's dad pets the wolf, which behaves like a friendly dog. However, the mood changes when the wolf sees a calf trapped in a pen and attempts to free it with its mouth, but struggles due to the bars. Terry and his family encounter a large wolf trying to free a trapped calf. Despite their efforts to stop it, including shooting at it and hitting it with an axe, the wolf remains unaffected and eventually walks away. They notice a foul smell lingering afterward. Tracking the wolf's footprints in the forest leads to a sudden stop, leaving them unsettled and unsure about what occurred. They sense something unusual happening on the ranch but struggle to rationalize the experience. Strange events unsettle Gwen and Terry on the ranch, including groceries reappearing and bags and towels moving mysteriously. Terry's heavy fence-digging tool vanishes, only to be found in a tree. They also notice lights on their property, initially dismissed as lost travelers but later suspected of illegal hunting. These incidents heighten their isolation and concern. Terry encounters mysterious lights on his property that behave unnaturally, leaving him puzzled. During a harsh winter, he finds tracks leading into the forest where a giant wolf disappears, but they abruptly vanish, similar to past incidents. As more animals go missing, Terry becomes paranoid, patrolling his property at night. One evening, he spots a strange mass resembling a small stealth jet with scanning lights moving silently in the trees. When Terry makes a noise, the lights switch off and the object turns towards him before flying away, deepening his unease and raising questions about its connection to the livestock disappearances. In spring 1995, Terry's family faces escalating challenges. Livestock vanish and return with surgical-like cuts, while humanoid entities roam the property at night, unsettling the family with their presence and unintelligible language. Terry and his family face escalating challenges as their children struggle in school, and Gwen loses her job due to sleep deprivation. One night, Terry spots an orangey orb resembling a portal on the horizon. Through his scope, he sees black figures emerging similar to the entities on their property. Strange crafts enter the portal before it vanishes. They also encounter unsettling blue orbs, surpassing the fear induced by tall, featureless humanoids peering into their windows. The blue orb induces intense fear in Terry's family, triggering anxiety whenever it approaches. Hoping to scare it off, Terry releases his dogs one night, but they end up yelping in distress after chasing the orb into the woods. Terry is left too frightened to investigate further. After Terry's dogs disappear, he and his son search the forest and find their remains as stacks of ashes in burned-out circles. Terry decides to sell Skinwalker Ranch and shares his experiences with a local news outlet, catching the attention of billionaire Robert Bigelow, known for his interest in paranormal phenomena. Bigelow sees an opportunity to investigate the strange occurrences on the ranch and purchases it. Despite wanting to distance himself, Terry remains curious about the research findings and offers to stay on as the ranch manager to assist Bigelow's team, who lack ranching experience. Thus, while he sells the ranch to Bigelow, Terry stays connected to it in a different capacity. Robert Bigelow's scientific team, the National Institute for Discovery Science, NIDS, was formed before acquiring Skinwalker Ranch. Bigelow sought skeptical and highly qualified scientists and PhDs to investigate the phenomena at Skinwalker Ranch objectively. Upon moving to the ranch, NIDS prioritized conducting thorough tests to eliminate environmental or psychological factors that could explain the reported experiences by Terry and his family. While the first year yielded minimal activity, except for a few sightings of strange lights, The researchers concluded that the experiences were not hallucinations or environmental contaminants. Instead, Terry and his family genuinely encountered something unusual, though the nature of it remained uncertain. While Terry and Gwen are tagging newborn calves on the ranch, their attention diverts from one recently tagged calf. After around 40 minutes, their dog alerts them to the calf's location, where they find it surgically dissected, missing only its legs and head along with the ear tag. Perplexed by the precise incisions and lack of blood or signs of predation, they call in NADS researchers, including a veterinarian, to investigate. Guard dogs stationed around the ranch aid in the search for the perpetrator responsible for the unusual dissection. Upon the NIDS team's arrival, all guard dogs stationed at the observation posts are found cowering and fixated in one direction. Terry notices a massive wolf-like humanoid perched in a tree. As Terry fires at it, the creature disappears into the woods, prompting the team to pursue. They find tracks of the creature with large footprints and claws, but fail to locate it or any trace thereafter. The team is left bewildered, only smelling the same foul stench from when the large wolf first appeared. Despite having eyewitness accounts and footprints, the team cannot comprehend how such a large creature could vanish without a trace. In the following month, the NIDS team intensifies their search for the creature, finding only fearful guard dogs. Meanwhile, Terry and Gwen continue ranch work. They discover their prized bulls missing from the corral, only to find them crammed into a small locked trailer nearby. Despite the secure wiring, the bulls were calm inside, baffling Terry and Gwen as to how they got there without signs of struggle or the wiring being tampered with. The NIDS researchers continued their investigations, discovering that a section of the corral bars holding the bulls had been highly magnetized. While examining magnetic fields on the outskirts of the property, two researchers experienced a metallic, rotting smell, causing their compasses to point in the direction of the odor. The compasses stabilized once the smell ceased. Towards the end of 1997, two researchers positioned on a ridgeline overlooking the homestead witnessed a strange event. An orange orb formed near the homestead, resembling the oval-shaped opening described by Terry earlier. Using infrared goggles, one researcher observed a black, human-like creature crawling out of the portal and running towards them. The researchers, frozen with fear, detected the same unpleasant smell as the creature sprinted past them, disappearing into the mountainside. In 1998, the activity on the ranch significantly decreased, with only occasional sightings of strange lights. Despite NIDS remaining on the property until 2004, their research yielded limited results. While they had footage of the lights and evidence of magnetic fields, they couldn't gather definitive proof of paranormal activity. Eyewitness reports and images of mutilated calves provided some documentation, but it wasn't enough. Terry, his family, and Robert Bigelow felt like they were always one step behind the mysterious entities on the ranch. They couldn't control the situation or gather solid evidence due to the elusive nature of the phenomena. With limited technology in the late 90s, capturing conclusive evidence was challenging. Despite this, books have been written about the experiences, and many still consider Skinwalker Ranch as one of the most credible cases of paranormal activity.